Hey, hello, my friends. Hope everybody is well today. I'm Paul Apollonia, and again, I'm going to show you about 5 things I've sold on eBay. This is not all that I've sold for the time period, just some selected different kind of weird items I sell. Not many bolos here. I'm not a big fan of bolos. I think sometimes it drives the prices down on popular items, but that's just me. And if I give you a bolo, it's going to be such an oddball bolo that it's not going to do anything for pricing. And by the way, the acronym BOLO stands for Be on the Lookout. Obviously, people know that, but some people don't, so just letting you know. I also run the Raleigh eBay Meetup group. We meet second Thursday of the month at 3 p.m. Via Zoom till 5, but I'm moving, and that name is going to be changing. Finally going to move down to a warmer climate, my wife and I, and we're going to get back to you on that. I want to thank all the members of the meetup for supporting me through all this, and most said they're going to still hang in there, which will be great. Obviously, it'll be a Zoom format still even down there, and even if I do an in-person one, I will still have the old computer running on Zoom, which is good, but it's not like being there. Please, also, don't forget, love every one of you guys. Please like this video if you can. And please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, after you subscribe, hover over the subscribe button and click the all, and you get all my fabulous videos that I'm working feverishly on producing here. Okay, so let's get started. I sell a little bit of anything and everything. I used to sell anything and everything no matter what the price was on it, but I'm kind of learning in my old age that sometimes it's not worth it. Excuse me. To even sell lowball stuff, but it all depends on what you're trying to do. I don't tell people what to do. Just you'll see a lot of sellers out there that are selling low end, not low end, but low earning, low profit items. But if you're selling a lot of them, then you're doing really good. So let's go. And as I'm going through this, I'll tell you what I also do. I do some consignment, kind of trim that down a little bit in preparation for the move. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of my inventory so I don't have to move it, to be honest with you. And then I'm going to decide what I want to do once I get down there, which I'm sure I'll just pick up consignment again down there since there's so many older people like myself down there. So we'll just go with that. All right, here we go. Let's get the first item going here. And don't forget, also, I have the Teachable course on Teachable. All those links will be down below with all the podcasts I've been in and all the other stuff. I don't like to brag about myself. It's just, it's all down there. Look at it if you want. The Teachable course is a little old. It's on parting out a dishwasher, but it's still current. You know, it's all the basics on what part to take out and what part not to take out, and etc. Like I said, I sell a lot of different and interesting things. A lot of my items I get for free or consignment, or I find at the dump, which would be free or on the side of the road. I don't do a whole lot of thrifting or garage selling. That's just me. Tell everybody what you're doing. I made several videos on that, and you'd be surprised what people give you for free. Someone gave me a Keurig, I always say that wrong, Keurig coffee maker a while back. These are long tail sales. Long tail means it's going to be in your eBay store or in your eBay account for a while, possibly. I have one more of these. And I think I'm going to just give it to the thrift store in this week because I just don't want to move it down with me. It's not worth moving down. These used to sell really, really well. I used to sell the individual coffee pots, to the old coffee makers, the one we put the filter in the grounds and you put the coffee pot in there. I used to do really well selling those a couple of years ago. I used to grab those at the thrift store for like nothing, like $1 or 50 cents and used to get $15, $20 for those, $30 for those. But I think that market is kind of faded away with all the, all the pod makers and stuff like that and all the easier to use makers. Again, got it for free. Somebody gave it to me. All I had to do was pull it off and take pictures of it. All the pictures are done on my Samsung phone. I'm really crazy with pictures, like to take all kinds of angles. I took a picture of the bottom of it where the piece goes on. I also took a picture of this. This is the piece that goes, you slide the thing down on a coffee maker, and this piece compresses, and that's where the order goes through. I wanted to make sure that people saw that that rubber piece was good. It wasn't cracked or leaking or anything, and it was not. And I think that's about it for that one. Real quick, my listings are all following eBay's best practices. I try my best not to use any special characters in the title. Every day, eBay uploads all their listings to Google Shopping, and they used to say, I'm assuming it's still valid, that if there are special characters in there, sometimes Google Shopping would not pick it up. Also with searches, sometimes it's a problem. Now you're going to say, but Paul, I see listings out there with lots of special characters in them, and they're selling like crazy. I know. I don't know. I just follow eBay's best practices. Try and price my items competitively. Should price them a little bit more sometimes. I am getting into using the best offer more often now because it's much easier to use. Years ago, when you did best offer, it turned into an auction style. Once somebody made you an offer, then you had to send them an invoice, and then you had to wait for them to pay, and sometimes they didn't pay. eBay has rolled out now that when somebody sends you a best offer and you accept it, it automatically withdraws funds out of their account and you get paid. They are rolling that out. They've been rolling it out for a while. It's been working for me. I know sometimes people are still still waiting to get into that program, but it will be that way. Whenever I'm selling something other than new, I try and use the condition description. And this is what the condition description says. On this one, it only fits the K Slim model. Just basically review all pictures and blah, blah, blah. And that's what I put down in my description, very brief and short. Item specifics are very important. They play a part in when you're searching on the left-hand side of I said Google, of eBay with your size and whatever specifications are for the item. Make sure you use these. Don't put NA, N/A, just leave it blank. If it doesn't pertain to your item, you can add your own. When you're doing these and you see the pull-down menu, try and select something within the pull-down menu because then millions of people have used those and they are searchable. So that is about it. Let me try and tell you what I made from this. I need to get this more so I can give you the exact figure what I made on this stuff. I did do free shipping on this. I'm normally not a big fan of free shipping, so I didn't make a whole lot of money on this, to be honest with you. But it's what everybody else was doing, and I just want to get rid of it. And again, it took a long time to sell. Probably took about 2 months to sell, if not longer. $19.99 probably cost me $5 to ship out, $6 to ship out. So we ain't talking about a big time sale. Maybe like $11, $11.50. With me moving, I am really not taking anything that will not earn me over $20 profit right now because I just don't have the room and I don't want to pay movers. We finally got that settled yesterday. We found a mover. Whew, what a nightmare that was. So I don't want to pay a whole lot of money. We're not taking a lot of furniture anyway with us. This item here is a consignment item. Well, I do a lot of consignment. I like consignment. A lot of people don't like consignment. They hate it. They whatever. You do it. Don't do it. You've had bad experiences with it. I understand. I've had bad experiences with garage selling and thrifting and going to thrift stores and whatever. I like it. I like working with people. I don't have a problem with it. Some people just don't like consignment. I like it. It works great for me. I'm not buying the item. Yes, taxes gets a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes you got to send them to 1099, whatever. I like consignment. This was a consignment deal. There was a wonderful consignment deal. This was a gentleman I knew that was a pastor of a church. He was leaving that church and selling his house at the same time, moving on to another position somewhere else within the area. And he said, I've got a ton of Christian ministry books. Do you want to consign them for me? And I went, okay. I should have been really selective on taking the books. But he was in a jam. He had to get out of the house in the next couple of days. So I took a whole carload of books, boxes and boxes of books. And these books sat on the bookshelf in the garage for, a year, 2 years. Finally got around to sorting through them, and out of all the books, I had a whole bookshelf of books. I came up with probably ones that earned money, probably 30 books out of the whole bookcase of books that I had that would bring in some money. I've sold several of different types of books. Christian pastoral books do sell well. I know nothing about these books, to be honest with you. But I've heard they sell well, and they do. Not really a long tail sale, not meaning a sale that was there for a long time. I think it took about a week or two to sell. I did have best offer, but the guy bought it for $24.99, and I charged $6.24 for shipping. It went out media mail, which they still have. I thought they would have gotten rid of that with the post office ground, but they still have media mail because it's a book. How did I pack it? I think I put it in a small box, or if not, I wrapped them all up as one in bubble wrap and put them into a plastic envelope. I can't quite remember. They went out for about $5.24, I think it was. So I made a little bit of money on shipping. What do you do if you make money on shipping? Do you refund the buyer? No, I do not. Now, if I make a huge amount of money on shipping, and if the buyer asks me, I will refund them something. But it's my time and money. I made a big dollar on shipping. Packing material and stuff like that. That's the way I run my business. People refund shipping all the time. That's fine. Whatever, that's fine. And I pick economy shipping most of the time. Economy shipping allows me all the options eBay offers: post office, FedEx, and UPS. I probably made $22 on this, maybe. Now, my consignment rate is 50-50 split. I used to have a tiered system, 50-50 first 100, then it goes down. Anymore, it's a 50-50 split. Most people don't have a problem with it. If people do, then I work out something, but most people don't because they don't want their items. This guy, after I had him for a while, I saw him again in a coffee shop, and he said, "What, did you sell anything?" And I went, "No, I didn't." He didn't know I didn't list anything yet. And I said, "Here, I think I gave him like $80 for all the books right there. I had some cash on me. I just gave him the $80 and that was it." Just be careful with what you're taking in on consignment, because you can fill your house up real easy with doing consignment. But yeah, so they went out really good. I try my best when I'm doing books. I'm not a book specialist here. I don't really sell a lot of books, but I try and make all the different, show the sides of the books. And then I take one picture of the inside, or did I not, of the copyright date? No, I did not on these, but these sold pretty quick and the person was happy. This is a washer part. Tell everybody what you're doing. And if you're into parting out things, which I love parting out things, because there's a lot of money in parts. And I ain't taking any sales from anybody else, because parts sell no matter who's listing the parts. Lots of parts sell. What is this thing? It's a drain pump for a Samsung washer. This was a friend of mine someone gave me this washer. Either it was broken. Most of the time they're not broken. There's a real simple repair, but I don't have time to repair stuff like that. Vacuum cleaners I repair sometimes. But anymore, I just part stuff out. It's easier for me to part it out and sell the parts on eBay instead of trying to do it on item on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. To me, that I don't have too much luck on those platforms. This part sold for $34.99. Obviously, I did charge for shipping. I think it was close to $9.99. It may even been more. What do you do if it's more than what you charge? I eat the cost. So that's where sometimes I make money, sometimes I lose money. Years and years ago, I used to message the buyer saying, "Gee, shipping was a little bit more than what it was." And sometimes they would give you more money. I just don't do that. That's kind of tacky, and you should kind of, know about what to charge for shipping, or do calculated shipping. Put it in a box, weigh it, and do it that way. Why I don't do that is because just the box takes more room up. I don't have much room. Well, especially now when we move to a much smaller house, room's going to be really tight. So I don't really want to put it in a box and then store it in a box, but that's just me. I probably made, remember, time. I had to go get the washer, had to part it out. So you're going to spend time on anything. Little side note. If you're garage selling, you're going to spend your Saturday mornings or whatever. You're thrifting. You're going to spend your time getting your items. You're doing consignment. You're going to spend your time getting your items at the beginning and then sorting through them, just like when you're doing garage selling or thrifting. Parting out, you're going to be spending your time getting the item, the appliance, and parting it out. The whole key with parting stuff out is realize it's not to sell the videos, but it's all in that parting out the dishwasher video course. You don't want to go after it. You don't want to see a part way down in there and go, wow, that part goes for $3. Now, I don't know what your financial situation is. Maybe $3 is a lot to you, and that's fine. But you don't want to spend 30 minutes trying to get to that $3 part when you got this $34.99 part sitting right up here, and you can just almost pull it out and get it ready to list and just leave that $3 part there. It's up to you. If you are parting out stuff and you got to take that $3 part off to get to that $34.99 part, that's different. And if that $3 part is selling. So basically I got all the information here by Google searching the part number. Again, all that's in the course, which I will sell very cheaply to you guys if you like. Just send me a message looking up the model number of the washer, which is, it should be in here, I hope. There it is. That's the model number. I should have not even put Samsung in there. I may have done a sell similar on this one. How I do my listings is I find a sell similar on my phone, and then I use my phone to take all the pictures, and I go to my computer and I use my computer, big screen, old man. It goes out, goes well. Although I've been doing more listing right directly from the phone, and it's pretty cool, to be honest with you. This is a part from a Mantis tiller. This is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a little garden tiller, two-stroke tiller where you mix the oil and gas. Very popular. They hardly ever break if you take care of them, obviously, like anything else. And the parts sell like crazy for these things. This thing must have been 15, 20 years old. This was another deal years and years ago. I've always done small engine repair all my life. I obviously don't do it anymore, but I resurrected that business again back in 2009 when I had another business that wasn't doing well because of the 2008 crash. And I got that going, and it was doing really well, and I got a lot of customers, and I still get calls today about small engine repair, and sometimes they get calls saying, hey, I got all this stuff in my backyard that I never really got to. Do you want to pick everything up? And I do. This, unfortunately, I had to pick up everything to get what I wanted. And that happens sometimes. So I did do really, really well. When I went to the gentleman's house, he was a longtime client of mine when I was doing small engine repair. I saw an old McCullough chainsaw, and I went, ooh, I know I can get $60 just for the way that thing sits with the dirt and everything on it. Long story, those do sell. They're old vintage chainsaws. Any small chainsaw you see, any old McCullough or anything small usually sells because the tree surgeons can strap them on their belt, and they're light and they can climb the tree. Like the videos you see the guys climbing the trees, you don't see those guys up there climbing those trees with the big long chainsaw bars. So here we go, back to this item. The ignition coil works. I tested it. I also sold the recoil, which I will show you in a later video, for $49.99. So I made my money on this. I probably made, if all the stuff I got from this guy, I probably made about $200-300 off of everything. I still have to part this out more. The tiller part will sell. It's like a little tiny tiller. If you look it up, it's a Mantis tiller. Like I said, they're old. The older ones are better than the newer ones. It's probably all of like the unit's probably all of like, I don't know, like as big as a milk crate, I guess. But the tiller part sells, the gears sell inside. A lot of things sell. The engine will sell. I may actually take that with me and part the rest of that out once I get settled, which I'm concerned about. That I'm not going to be able to part it, and I'm not going to get to it, but we'll see about that. Last item here. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, just counting. Sorry, I thought that was 4. This was an item, long story. I got this Kirby vacuum cleaner from the thrift store. Yes, I just said I don't go thrifting, but sometimes I do. There's a thrift store right next to the gym, and I used to run in there and check. Years ago, Kirby vacuum cleaners used to sell like crazy. How do you ship a vacuum cleaner, Paul? Well, I got a video out there. If you search on how do I shipping a vacuum cleaner, I basically get Lowe's Home Improvement heavy duty small boxes, or Home Depot small heavy duty boxes, and I telescope them, put the vacuum cleaner in there, a little bit of bubble wrap, a lot of bubble wrap, I usually use air pockets. What do they call those things? I forget. And I pack it that way, and then keep on telescoping the boxes on top of each other until I reach the top of the handle. Sometimes I take the handle off to make the box shorter and seal it up, seal up the boxes, tape the heck out of the edges and everything, and it's good to go. But they used to sell, the parts used to sell really, really well back a couple years ago, and it's just tanked for me with selling these Kirby vacuum cleaner parts. This came with the vacuum cleaner. I ended up selling the head and the vacuum bag and the hose off the vacuum cleaner, made about $150, $175 off of those 3 items. And I had this accessory kit, and I sold it as is. It took forever for this to sell. It was on there for, these go back maybe last month. It was on there for at least 6 months. Had a few bites, but nobody bought it. Pain in the neck to ship. How did I ship this? I just used cardboard, cut a box, opened it up, and then just wrapped this inside the cardboard, flipped the box inside out, wrapped this inside the cardboard, and taped it all over the place like you're wrapping a holiday gift. What did I make on this? Oh, did I tell you what I made on the thing? I'm sorry. I probably made about, on this thing I made, it went out probably about $5.45. Went into a little padded eBay envelope. Probably made about $16.50 on that. This one I didn't make a whole lot of money on because I think I had to eat some shipping because I went out to California. So, but it's gone. It's the way I look at it anymore. I'm just selling things to get it going, so I don't have to deal with it with my move. Probably made about $18 on this, but again, I think I paid $20 for the whole vacuum cleaner and this, so it was a good deal. Well, my friends, that is about it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging in there. I know I've been kind of sparse with some of the videos lately. I've been just so busy with, after you've been in the house for 30 years, there's a lot of stuff you got to go through. And I am not going to be a pack rat anymore. Leave my kids with this like my parents did with me. But all right, my friends, you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Happy reselling, happy selling online. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steve with Raiken Profits. I'm here with Paul, and I just want to shoot a quick testimonial for him because he's been one of my good friends for over, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And if you're looking to learn about selling on eBay and you want to start a side hustle, or you just want to make some money flipping stuff on eBay, you're in great hands. Paul's been doing this for a long time. He's helped a ton of people, and I put my full faith and trust in him. So, Paul, I appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you so much.
You got it.